The affirmative repositioning movement says that the ruling party SWAPO has been reduced to the official opposition party in Windhoek after the party failed to secure a 2/3 majority out of the 15 councillor seats in the city of Windhoek.
Yeah, we don't think the instruments that have been instruments of colonial legacy, and I'm also advised that thing is very heavy, it's about 5 kg, so I will be damaging my back. I've seen former mayors that are walking like this because they spend a lot of time wearing that chain, and the chain is not a symbol of service delivery, so we are protesting in the chamber. We are protesting that colonial chain. It must come to an end, but we are going to put it in the museum so that we can have a lot of tourists that are coming to the city to view the rejected chain.
Simon Namunime, the AR spokesperson, described the 33-year-old mayor of the city of Windhoek, Job Mupanda, who is also employed at the University of Namibia as the deputy dean in the Faculty of Economics and Management Sciences, as the youngest mayor in the history of the city of Windhoek. Amunime also announced that the opposition parties should be referred to as the progressive forces, and that SWAPO has been reduced to an official opposition party in Windhoek.
We're just checking now the pictures of the mayor there outside, but we can confidently say that we are saying that times have changed. We are 30 years into a democracy, so we must even have someone that is 30 years old, because the system could have produced someone who is 30 years old now. So it's not only the youngest, but probably also one of the most educated mayor that we are going to have as a capital city. And we are very happy. That should serve as an inspiration, that should serve as a symbol to young people, that we must not continue to be misled by being told that the future or the young people are the leaders of tomorrow. It can happen today, and it's our right time to take over now the direction of the capital city. So we're very happy, and we just want to make it public and also inform the general public to say that going forward, we are not an opposition in Windhoek. We are actually the progressive forces that came together, and Southwest Africa, which is the ruling party, is now an opposition in Windhoek. So there's no coalition of any opposition. We are progressive forces that came together and discussed and deliberated on the programmatic agenda of the city in terms of what is the turnaround strategy, what is the vision, what is the future of the capital city.
In 2014, Amupanda, Kambala and Nauyoma cleared land which they named ERF number 2014 in Windhoek's affluent Kleine Cooper suburb in protest of the high rental prices in the city, as well as citing nepotism in the city of Windhoek municipality as reasons for their actions, which consequently led to their suspension after the ruling party described their actions as illegal and land grabbing. Today On One spoke to one of the founders of the AR to find out whether the group will extend its radical political position on land issues on the agenda of the city of Windhoek.
We subscribe to radical politics and not anarchy. There's a distinctive difference there. So for us is to say that when we are addressing and we are looking at the land policy and the land question as it relates to Windhoek, there's a document that we've produced that is WRT, and as I'm saying, this is now progressive forces together. So what does it mean? It means that we are going to take what NUDO is saying, we're going to take what PDM is saying, we're going to take what IPC is saying, we bring everything together and be able to digest the best policy that is going to, of course, going to deliver housing for our people. What we can underscore and what we have consensus about already is that everybody wants to bring their willingness to deliver housing to the people. Because remember, we are displaying something that Namibians have been yearning for. We are displaying something that the voters, particularly residents of our city, want to see. And we're speaking to the community of the 100,000 that lives in the informal settlement. So those people are saying, what is it that is in it for me when I stood longer in the queue trying to get that, casting my vote for whichever organization or political party it may be. And the results came out as they were. And for us is to say, we have now seen the results, we've seen the commitment from the people, we've seen what the people want, we've gone to the people even during campaigning. And of course, the city, and you can see from the address of the mayor that the willingness in addressing these issues of housing is critical and center to this whole debate, and also to service delivery is at the center of the whole coalition.
The AR managed to win 2 of the 15 seats in the City of Windhoek Council in the recently concluded local and regional authority elections.
Step into a world of play and adventure with our range of toddlers character vests from $39.95, kids character tees from $49.95, and character flip-flops from $44.95.
The Landless People's Movement LPM at a recent press conference announced that they are in support of land grabbing and will be working on ways to find a solution to the land problem. The Landless People's Movement LPM leader Bernardo Swartboy said that the public should not be surprised by the fact that his party is in favor of land grabbing, noting that the practice of acquiring land in this manner has become a norm in Namibia.
But as you have noticed throughout our campaign, we support actually land grabs for people who have been deprived land. We support it. And it sounds like a reckless statement to make, but we support land grabs because 1884 was the biggest land grab the world has ever seen. And today we are not going to have people simply denied land because they cannot afford it. But more than the rhetoric in governance now, we have always said, subsequent to what we have said in respect of supporting urban and informal settlement reform, free plots for our people that are in the lower categories of income, the Presidential High-Level Commission actually agreed with us in respect of free urban land. We will have to pursue it. And herein is required a realignment of budgets and auditing of whether perhaps the HR component of the city is not ballooned and so on.
Swartboy added that he will no longer stand by and look on as Namibians are left homeless because their shacks are demolished.
There are areas such as Dordabas that we need to acquire land, and we'll need to the cooperation not only of the central government but also of the owners of land in the Dordabas area and so on, so that, for instance, we can upscale Dordabas to a settlement, expand the land to by at least 1,000 to 2,000 hectares of land and so on and so on. But I cannot go into details. We are developing a plan for Dordabas and for all other constituencies that will be a plan that we can implement in ways that are tangible for people. There are areas such as Stinkwater that have major water problems where boreholes are very limited. You have 800 people living in that area, on that farm. You've got to see what you do to bring about services such as sanitation and potable water to this community. So it's a whole host of things that we've got to do. The challenge of that constituency is part of it is in an urban area, Groot of being part of the city, and another part in extreme rural areas. So we have to have a double-barrel plan to that. So it's important. Informal settlements, one of the key things, Jemima, that we will not be doing is that we will not be sending bulldozers to demolish shacks and houses of people. That is one. We are not going to leave pregnant women and mothers of little kids homeless and landless and so on.
The leader also added that the Landless People's Movement is busy planning and strategizing on ways to deliver serviced land to the people of Namibia.
Make your Christmas magical this year with hundreds of the best 3-for-2 gifts from Clicks. Simply look out for our purple sticker on gifts like fragrances for him and her, bath and body collections, makeup and accessories, sweets and treats, kiddies' toys and much more. Buy any 3 gifts with the purple sticker and get the cheapest one absolutely free. Clicks. Feel good, pay less.
Members of the Internal Glory Ministry International recently gathered in front of the Walvis Bay Magistrate Court demanding for the release of their church leader, Prophet Katenus Shilimela, well known as Atomic Bomb. Prophet Titanus Shilimela Atomic Bomb from Walvis Bay was arrested on the 7th of August this year for allegedly defrauding a church member. He is accused of defrauding an unemployed woman of 425,000. Members of the church demonstrated, demanding that he be granted bail.
As a congregation of EGMI in Walvis Bay, with a concern and one of the sadness moods or motions in the congregation that why is things not done fairly, A lot have been going on in our own country, and people were given right to go out on bail. But for the prophet, is it because he's spiritual, or what is the reason being that he cannot be offered bail? The other thing, we should not only consider when badness comes. These men of God have helped many people in this town. In me, myself, even standing here, there are a lot of people, even the ones that are also sometimes behind the cases, also used to come to our church and look and seek for advice and for assistance also. But today, they are trying to discriminate and not fair on his case. I just want to raise that. Let's human right be the exercise on his case. If the hearing has to be given, let him be given a fair bail and he can be out, and the investigation can still continue. He is not danger to anyone. He is not a monster. He is not a criminal. Why are we keeping him there? Investigation can go on while he's not in jail, while he's out.
They further demand for a fair trial for their leader and want him to be released this month.
We demand the issue date of next year, 04 November 2021, to be withdrawn with immediate effect of our prophet deserves a fair trial date within December 2020 and be granted bail. He delivered and helped a lot of people in Walvis Bay and Namibia at large to turn from their bad ways, seek the kingdom of God. A father to the fatherless, a friend to the friendless, a doctor to the sick, and a prayer warrior who sends with anyone who seeks to be part of the kingdom of God. Article 12 of the Namibian Constitution has given all Namibians rights, fair trials, of which our prophet is a Namibian. He is a subject to a fair trial. Justice and righteousness shall prevail in Jesus' name. We want fair trial. This emotion trial should fail. Hatred and bitterness should fail. Justice for our prophet, justice for our prophet.
No one came out to receive the petition. However, court officials informed the group that the matter is in the hands of the court.
Imagine opening your Nedbank account anywhere, anytime by simply taking a selfie. Introducing Identity Today, a platform which enables you to open your Nedbank account, scan the Nedbank QR code with your smartphone camera, and immediately follow the instructions on the link that will open up in your web browser. Follow the simple steps to complete the account opening online form. Have your identity card or passport ready. Take a selfie and send it to us, and your new Nedbank account will be opened and confirmed in 3 minutes or less. Visit www.nedbank.com.na to shift your account to Nedbank today. Nedbank. See money differently.
When you're saying things that degrade women, for me, number one, I am not there, because that is basically what I don't believe in. I don't stand for things that degrade women.
What do you think we can add? What do we put in the basket? First of all, let's put Blossom back in the basket.
Look at the person like, man, let's do a song.
Let's do something.
Just
let's
like
collaborate.
Let's collaborate.
Just Africans were claiming us.
Yes, exactly. To the rest of the world, they belong to us. Namibia, Baba, Namibia.
I'll help you carry on.
Creating music and putting some stuff out for the people who've been supporting me, that's definitely something that's next on my list.
Hosting its second edition of the Women's Super Cup tournament since its inception in 2017, the Namibia Football Association Women Department launched the 2020-2021 Bounce Back Women's Super Cup. The tournament is scheduled to kickstart on the 4th of December 2020 until the 27th of February 2021. The second edition of the cup is set to have a total of 14 teams and 4 groups. At the kit launch of the tournament, defending champions of the Super Cup, the Khomas Nampol Football Club captain confidently stated that the team is ready for battle despite having a new squad from the squad that proved victorious in 2017.
Okay, we've been training, anticipating the tournament. I'm glad it's actually finally here. So our plan is to take our trophy back. We really do not want to lose it. So for the new teams that just came in, I wish every team good luck. I hope they give their best. I love the fact that the leagues and the women football in general is growing. We have new players, so you talk now, people, as you age, you retire, so we have new players, new young players, so yeah, I think we still stand a chance.
Seated in the same group as the defending champions of the Women's Super Cup, Unamboki's head coach Tuba Sibanda admitted that it has been a difficult period for her team as they have been engaged in schoolwork, but is optimistic going into their first match of the cup competition as they face the Khomas Nampol Football Club at home.
Yeah, I mean, for starters, it's just to play. You know, the girls have been off for 6-7 months. It's good to be back on the football field. For me, it's a chance to also try out the development teams, the young guys coming through rather. It's a busy time right now with exams and you know, we are university, so girls are back in the north and that type of thing. So for me, it's just to test out who I have and just as a team remind the girls what it's like to play football again. And just it's good to be back with that community and that network. That's what's more important for me. I mean, the basics, the usual, you know, skill, a lot of skill focus because I have a very young group, but also a lot of work with tactics and just understanding the approach for the tournament. We are in a group with 2 other teams, so I just 3. We have the defending champions in our group and we have the girls academy in our group. So it's a very diverse sort of setup, and so we are just looking to approach each game the way we want, you know, with a specific plan, and I'm just looking for players that play to instruction and follow the plan and we see how it goes. But most importantly, just looking forward to having fun.
Rainbless Women Football Club are one of the newly introduced teams in the competition. Their coach Hafeni Ndeitunga believes that his team is ready as they have been hard at work in training. He also added that being new in the competition makes his team boost confidence as they want to prove a point to the big guns.
We've been preparing very well. It's a couple of months of preparations, and I think we can give teams a challenge. But as I said before, right now it's just an indicator for us to see where we are before the Super League starts. But it's a platform for us to enjoy the occasion. I feel like, for me personally, I like that underdog tag. It just gives us more motivation and desire. Teams really underestimate us, but we don't really do the talking. We like showing instead of talking. So we'll just enjoy the occasion and, you know, move on from there.
Due to COVID-19 regulations, no spectators are allowed at the stadiums. Here are the fixtures for match day 1.
Get some more vibes with our range of girls' must-have dresses at only $99.95. Totally casual or totally cool. Wear it your way. Only at Ackermans. In other leading stories, the laboratory services pillar, with support from developmental and multilateral partners, have identified the World Health Organization pre-qualified antigen rapid diagnostic testing kits that Namibia may use as part of the country's response towards curbing the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. According to the Minister of Health and Social Services, Dr. Kalumbi Shangula, Namibia received commitment from development partners to avail 150,000 antigen RDT kits to the country. Once available, antigen testing will be conducted at port of entries and for patients requiring emergency surgery. He further noted that Namibia has signed up to participate in the COVAX facility, an international initiative to facilitate access to a COVID-19 vaccine once it is fully approved, adding that Namibia has signed the commitment agreement with the COVAX facility on the 5th of November 2020 to secure COVID-19 vaccine doses which are sufficient to vaccinate at least 20% of the Namibian population. Shangula noted that Treasury approval has been granted to make a 15% upfront payment to the COVAX facility, and in addition, a communication strategy on the COVID-19 vaccine has been finalized. The strategy creates a platform for the government to engage with the public on matters related to the rollout of a COVID-19 vaccine in Namibia. The successful implementation of the vaccine, once it becomes available, requires support from all members of the public so that people are provided with complete and accurate information on this important and life-saving intervention. And Telecom Namibia has announced the appointment of the new board of directors for its subsidiary Powercom. The new board members will serve a 3-year term effective from the 26th of November 2020 until the 25th of November 2023. The appointments are based on the required skills blend, individual qualifications, industry expertise and technical knowledge. The skills and expertise of these individuals will ensure that the shareholders' vision is implemented and that targeted revenue is realized. The shareholder is confident and trusts in the ability, commitment and fairness with which the selected directors will execute their duties and responsibilities.
Welcome to Comments Corner, your daily dose of local comments from the hottest social media pages. The affirmative repositioning movement leader Job Amupanda became the mayor of the city of Windhoek this week, and during his first speech as the city's top official, he questioned why city police uniforms are manufactured in South Africa while there are locals that can provide the same service. Liesel said that this is a great way to address the local garment manufacturers. Meke said the police uniform is coming back to Namibian businesses. Felici said they take months to service plots and now it should be done even faster. Kenneth said the mayor should check on the perks provided by the city to its employees. Benson asked what uniforms have to do with service delivery and high municipal debt. Martin Pinhas received the symbol that signifies his role as the chief of the Namibian Defence Force this week. Pinhas, who has nearly 40 years of experience in the force, takes over from Lieutenant General John Mutua. In his acceptance speech, he said the military is ready to defend the sovereignty of the state against any threat. Franz said the chief should not allow the joint security operation to continue on the streets. Lawrence said the commander-in-chief has given him the instruction to ensure a balanced force. While Tantago said, when will a chief from a different tribe be appointed? And that is all from Comments Corner. Be sure to post your comments on our social media pages for broadcast every day only on Today and One.
Win free airtime with One Africa TV. Share your comments on the channel. WhatsApp your feedback, name and town to 081 200 6659. One Africa TV, it just gets better. Win free airtime with One Africa TV. Share your comments on the channel. SMS your feedback, name and town to 555. One Africa TV. It just gets better.
A look at the weather forecast. First, an advisory from the Windhoek Met Office. Widespread thunder showers are expected in the Zambezi region this weekend, so please do take the necessary precautions. The Namibia interior partly cloudy and hot to very hot, with a few to isolated thunder showers over the eastern half of the interior, but scattered to widespread thunder showers in the Zambezi region, elsewhere sunny and hot to very hot. The coast partly cloudy and cool with fog patches in the morning, and the wind moderate to fresh southwesterly.
I'm feeling so bad because of I have been arrested. We are trying to sell to provide our kids with food, but the police, they come to arrest us.
I was literally apprehended in Independence Avenue. I mean, there was no prior communications with the police or with Bonn or Benga Namibia. These guys literally just apprehended us on surprise.
And when you are talking in a manner that is exaggerated about brutality in this country, I should ask you in which country you live.
Yes, I can confirm that indeed there were 2 cell phones that were found after a search was conducted at the cells that the Fish Road accused us staying.
Do you understand the amount of money that the government has spent on the fight against COVID-19? Could they have spent 300 million on tracing people and managing people? Is that even possible?
Step into a world of play and adventure with our range of toddlers character vests from